Hello, and welcome to today's Speaky Card reading. Today's topic is people say this about you, but in hushed tones. And for that, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now, let's get started. And, guys, if you like my content, then please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Now, let's get started. Hello, pile one. Let's see what do people say about you, but in hushed tones. All right, you are a person who believes in living their life on your own terms. You have a very colorful personality. Your persona, your vibes are very high vibing, but at the same time I'm seeing a lot of judgment coming your way because people would love to live the way you do, but the prices that you pay for it, they're not willing to pay that. I'm saying you are a very emancipated, free spirited soul. A lot of Geminis and Sagittarius I can see. A complete social butterfly. With this, you dance to the tunes of your own beats and do not pay two hoots to what others are saying, thinking, or doing about you. So that's the basic thing. That's the bottom line I'm getting from your case. The devil. Wow. So you are, you know what, you get a lot of attention wherever you go. You are very well dressed. Usually I'm seeing people like you are very suave and sophisticated. You speak different languages really well. You mingle with people very easily. You speak like multiple languages, as I said. You look good, you dress well, you smell well, and people want to copy you. People try to copy you, but also people tend to gossip behind your back because I'm literally smelling a lot of envy coming your way. People wanting to be like you but unable to do so. Eight of Wands, you are a very you are a very belligerent, very combative kind of a person. Some people would gossip, but the thing is, you are a very fierce, feisty kind of a person. If you believe in something, you just do it. If you believe in something, you just make it happen. You do what you believe in. You do not care what others would say. You know there will be consequences, but you still speak your truth. You're that kind of a person, and people gossip about it, but people respect that as well. You are a multitasker. Like, you know what, you're one of those people whose every aspect of life are sorted. Like your personal life, professional life, spiritual life, everything, there is a compartmentalization, and you perform really well in every aspect. By and large, you are 8 on 10 on most of it. Another thing is, you could be a multifaceted persona. Like, you're very good at coding, at the same time you're a very good a good painter, a good dancer, something like you are a multitasking, multifaceted persona. That's what people see. Like, people are in awe. Okay, the magician. Okay, I have nothing more to say. Now, it says it all for itself. You know, the magician is the alchemist, is the true alchemist of the tarot deck. What I'm seeing is the magician has all four elements of nature. There's earth, water, fire, and air, and they can literally create anything. You have literally create your life, your current abundant life, with your own manifestation capabilities, with using the elements of nature. That's what people say, that people talk about your awesome manifestation capabilities. You have a stable life. See, this guy is appreciating all the wealth. You have a stable life, and you live with an attitude of gratitude. That is another thing that people say about you, secretly in hushed tones, but they do say nonetheless. All right, guys, if you like my content up until now, then please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Guys, your support would mean the world to me. So if you like my content, please support my channel. Now, moving on, Six of Wands. Okay, I'm seeing you guys getting a lot of attention. Wherever you go, you get a truckload of attention. Attention is something like wherever you go, the limelight follows. You have a lot of admirers, and people gossip about that. You dress also very, very well. Like, even if you're going for a grocery shopping, you have your hair done, maybe a little bit of makeup done, you look pretty good. Like, you are a head turner. you know, you pay attention to the way you look, but you are actually a head turner nonetheless. Yeah. Of course, you get a lot of attention wherever you go naturally without even trying, you guys. Like, people tend to give you a lot of attention. What the heck would you do? And people also, that naturally, those people who tend to get a lot of attention, a lot of gossip also tend to come their way. So, that is something like people are envious, people can't figure you out. Okay, another thing that people talk about is you have a never gonna give up attitude. See, in the face of severe impediments, you can just keep on. You're like this tortoise. You can just keep. When people give up, when people feel jittery, they feel that, you know what, this is something that I cannot do anymore. But you are somebody who believes it. Oh God, I can do it easily. No problem at all. So you are of that mindset. Five of Swords. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, especially in the workplace coming your way. So there are people who are admiring you, who are admiring your never gonna give up attitude, but at the same time, there are people who are extremely envious of you, of the success. I'm seeing you guys in the last few years, you have had some major up leveling that has happened in your life, and that is something that people are talking about. You are a very strong person, strong person. People speak about your mental strength. A lot of you could be into athletics and gymming and martial arts, but by and large, I'm getting emotional strength for most of you. And Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo can also be seen. I'm seeing a lot of Leo can be seen. Yes, okay, yeah, it's a confirmation. A lot of you would be Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter in Leo. And you are extremely desirable, very attractive, extremely feisty, very loyal, but yet very feisty, fierce, very attractive persona. In general, a very attractive packaging. The Lovers card. You are a person who is, you know what, you are a person who is very, how shall I put it, you are a person who tend to attract a lot of attention. I'm seeing a lot of people literally hitting on you, and you are also not very serious about that. So it's like a two-way traffic. You enjoy that attention and people talk about it, but I mean, there is nothing wrong with that as well. Let's not be judgmental, right? You naturally get a lot of attention wherever you go, and people really admire you. They hit on you, they want to like be out with you, but at the same time, they admire and respect you as well, your capabilities. Seven of Wands, you are a very courageous person. Like, you are standing up against all the judgments, all everything. Like this Five of Swords and the Seven of Wands, typically a lot of people, especially at your workplace, are trying, and with that Judgment card, people judge you, try to pull you down because they are jealous. They know they can never be like you. They want to be, but they can never be. But you are standing up strong. You are like, you know what? Doesn't really matter. I know who I am, and that's all that matters. Wheel of Fortune number 10. I'm seeing you guys have literally turned your world around. You have turned the wheels of fortune, wheels of fate in your favor into wheels of fortune in your favor with your sheer hard work, determination, and capabilities. That's what I'm seeing. And you guys are doing pretty well. You guys are doing really well. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what, this is a person who is doing so much better than we had expected them to do. The Sun, yeah, I mean, people see you as an absolute success story. You are a success story, my dear pile number one. You guys, like, people see you, people talk about, like, this is a person who has really leveled up in the last few years. They face a lot of judgment, they live their life. Maybe a lot of you could be living a very, maybe into a van, a very nomadic lifestyle, something very out of the ordinary for a lot of you, I'm seeing. And people tend to judge you. They love that you are a very fun, thrill, adventure seeking, dopamine chasing kind of a person. A lot of you, like most of you, and if you're attracted towards this pile number one, you're probably a more dopamine chasing kind of a person, I'm seeing. And people, a lot of people are attracted, a lot of people are jealous, so people can figure you out easily. So that is another thing I'm seeing. Okay guys, if you like my content, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. You have really worked on your fate. You have turned your wills of fate into wills of fortune. And you're also very, very giving, caring, nurturing, very charitable in nature. People talk about it. Transform and unveil your gifts. You know what? There has been a, like, you have really transformed yourself into a much better, much high performing version of your own self. That's what people say about you. Spider, what a wild web we weave, dear child, a delicious mystery untamed. You are a person who is really, who has wrapped themselves up into a mystery of, like a web of mystery. Like people know about you, but they can't really figure you out. That is something that people talk about. Like a lot of Scorpio can be seen. You are also, I'm seeing a lot of you probably do your own stuff, probably prefer to keep your own company, keep to yourself. And people, like when people can't know much about us, they talk about us. So that is something, like people realize that you are a, and a wolf is a very silent but a very powerful creature. That's what people say, that this is a person, they're extremely powerful. Expect a powerful change. You have had some massive changes, some massive, powerful changes in your life. Track down your fears and desires. Clearly, you know what? You have a hunter kind of a mindset, a warrior, a hunter. Somebody who has faced their fears, somebody who knows what they're capable of and are willing to go after it. You have achieved a lot in life. Whatever you think of yourself is different. This is what people feel, this is what people speak about. That this is a person who has achieved, who has conquered their fears. You are a person who has achieved everything after you conquered your fears. That's what people say. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. You know what? You are a, like there was a time when you didn't have any of this, but you still had a strong faith, a strong belief. That's what people say, that this is a person who has a very strong sense of belief, that yes, this is what it is and this is what is going to happen. And I am a firm believer. That's what I'm seeing. Boar, face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you would emerge victorious. Yes, you have a lot of confidence and courage with which you face the impediments, the challenges that life tend to throw at you. Listen, life tend to throw challenges at everybody. Some of us tend to face it with a lot of courage and boldness, and you, my dear pile number one, is one of those. That's what people say about you. People feel very inspired actually. See from the higher perspective, you have a lot of leadership qualities about you. You don't always get into the nitty gritty of things, but you choose to be like an eagle, like a leader. A leader tend to look at the bigger picture. You are one of those people. Elk, stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. Exactly. People like call you a very dignified, graceful person. Whenever you speak, wherever you go, like people respect you, give you that respect because they feel that you are very rightly deserving of that respect as well. And step out of your comfort zone. People say that this is a person who is always trying to push their boundaries. They are always trying to do some extra, go that extra mile, do something extra, and that's why they have been able to reach wherever they have today. Take time to reflect. You know, self reflection is another virtue that you possess, and people really respect that. I'm seeing like people really talk about it, that this is a person who is extremely self reflecting in nature. This is a person who is extremely capable, very desirable, extremely courageous, but at the same time, in spite of achieving so much, you are extremely self reflecting in nature. Your dreams need a practical plan. Taurus full moon. Taurus can be significant for a lot of you. And you know what, you are a dreamer, but you're a dreamer with open eyes. You believe in like putting down work, putting in work along with the dreams. You are a very practical person, as well as being like, as much as you are a dreamer, you're also, you know that I gotta put in the work as well in order to reach wherever I'm trying to reach. So that is the mindset that people talk about, that this is a person who is also a doer. Take time to breathe out. Yes, you guys tend to work so much. You guys are a workaholic. Move in a new direction. A lot of you tend to travel pretty frequently or are an adventure seeking person. Yes, and people talk about it like this is a person, probably a lot of you, your work is such that it takes you far and wide. You tend to make a lot of frequent trips. Some of you are living like a living out of the suitcase kind of a lifestyle. A fiery climax approaches. Aries can be significant. People talk about the fact that this is a person who is gonna make it really big, like the fire, like massive blast of success. People say that about you, that this is a person who's gonna really make it big, and the energy is gaining momentum. Like people are noticing your growth and feeling motivated. Like your success story is becoming like a guiding star for a lot of others as well. A win-win outcome. Wow. People say that like this is a winner. This is a person who has a winner's mindset. This is a person who's gonna really make it big, 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 very big in life. The world awaits you. You are always like, raring to go, raring to embrace life, raring to embrace change. You are a person who is really focused on the bigger things. Flower, be honest with yourself. You are a person who is extremely honest. You are a person who is, you are a person who is not scared to speak the truth. That's what people say. Don't be afraid to sing. Yeah, you dance. Literally, you sing to the tunes of your own beats. You speak the truth. You speak your mind, and you're not afraid to do so. You are a person, you know that there would be consequences, but you still speak. It's not like you don't know that there will be consequences, like still you speak your mind. That's what people say, like this is a very courageous person, not a diplomatic person. At times, especially, unplug and relax for a spell. Excuse me. You know what, people say that you are a workaholic, so some of the well-meaning people would actually tell you to unplug and relax, that you know what, you need to take a break once in a while. You have done enough, you have achieved enough, so just take a chill pill. Make the change. Like I'm seeing you guys have made some major changes in your life. Like you have transformed your life, the way in which you look, the way in which you dress, the way in which you speak, the way in which you walk, everything. A lot of things have changed about you from the time you started, like 5 6 years back, and today, there is a huge change. All right, guys, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, guys, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Guys, your support would mean the world to me. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, hello, pile 2. Let's see, what do people say about you, but in hushed tones. Okay, you are a very proactive person. Ace of Swords, you are a very practical, determined, very left brain, very focused, very proactive person, extremely driven. You have literally with your own determination and hard work, you have created this red carpet for yourself. Like life is giving you this red carpet in your life. It's because of your own strategies and own practical sense. With your own practical left brain ideas, you've created a life of miracles for yourself. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you are a very hardworking person. I'm seeing you are hardworking, determined, and people talk about it. Yeah, you're very practical. And I'm seeing a very balanced practical, like a balance between pragmatism and spirituality, that kind of a practical. I'm seeing like very hard working, like you can get up and start working until you go to sleep. You can just keep on working without like without complaints at all. You're that kind of a workaholic and people talk about it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of gossip. First of all, you believe in enjoying life, and you're hitting some major milestones in your life, and people are gossiping about it. I'm seeing, guys, like people are big time gossiping about you. People are talking about, like, this lizard heads to me are the talking heads, and they are talking about, like, how far this person has come, how hard this person has worked. Like, oh my goodness, look how big an achievement they have hit. Also, you guys are very strongly intuitive. Okay, so I was talking about the balance between pragmatism, and the moon card is like a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus with a balance in Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So, a lot of earth and water signs can be seen in your chart mostly. I'm seeing, guys, you are very intuitive as well, and people talk about, like, you're very naturally intuitively blessed. A lot of you could be actually Cancers, strong Capricorn Cancer axis. I'm seeing for a lot of you strong Capricorn and Cancer combinations. And what I'm seeing is you guys are very like, as much as you are very proactive, you're equally intuitive. Like, especially, like, if you have a hunch about certain things, you can, and like those things tend to come true. And also, you have awesome manifestation power. Yeah, people are talking about, like, this is a person who has manifested this new life into reality, this new life into being, with their own hard work, with their perseverance, with their determination. This is a person who has managed to make a complete new reality for themselves. Like, they have created a completely new reality for themselves. That's what people are saying about you. Eight of Wands, yeah, you have made a lot of, like, I'm seeing back to back consecutively a lot of positive manifestation is happening or has happened in your life, and people are gossiping about it. I'm seeing a lot of people, like, you are hitting some major milestone one after the other, and people are in awe. That's what I'm seeing. Like, this is a person who has hit some massive major milestones in their lives, and people can't even believe, like, so many things happening all at once. You're also a person who is extremely caring, very caring, especially you're caring towards small kids and small animals. You are a person who has become, who are very, very nurturing, very protective towards small kids and towards small animals. This is something, like, people talk about. Like, people think that you'll make a fantastic parent, or if you are a parent, that you are a fantastic parent. Some of your kids and some of your friends and colleagues tend to park their kids and small pets with you, and they are very happy with you because they know that you take very good care of kids and pets. Alright, guys, up until now, if you like my content, then, guys, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Guys, your support means the world to me. So if you like my content, please, please, please support my channel. Okay, now, okay, 10 of swords. Okay, so I'm seeing in the past you've been through a phase where you felt totally drained, totally backstabbed, almost like, you know what, with this 10 of swords, I'm seeing, like, you literally felt like you're being lying flat on the ground. You can't move ahead, you can't move, you can move your body or your limbs, and you are totally like, this person is crying. See, they are in such bad shape that they are crying, and they just don't know what to do with their lives. Five of Swords, you are a person today who knows that, you know what, you have been through that difficult phase where you are totally crying, disgruntled, and disillusioned about life, about people around you. You felt betrayed, you felt being cheated on, you felt like, these are supposedly my own people, but these are the ones who are betraying me, who have betrayed me, who have cheated on me. You literally felt being cheated on, being betrayed, being sabotaged. You felt they sabotaged your growth ahead. So that kind of a feeling I'm getting. Eight of Cups. Yeah. You said goodbye to a lot of emotional train wreck. Like literally, I'm seeing some of you have been through narcissistic situations or emotionally manipulative and abusive situations which you had to say no to. Like you had to protect your own sense of self. You had to protect your own sense of sanity, and hence you have to say no. Like when you say yes to yourself, at times you have to say no to a lot of other stuff. That is exactly what I'm seeing in your case, that you have to say no to certain people because you are saying yes to your own self. Queen of Cups, yeah. People also talk about, like, you know what people talk about is this is a person who has survived a lot of loss. Like, you know what, even if you have to let go of some toxic exes or toxic relatives, a job which had turned toxic but was very financially paying, what that does is there is a sense of trauma that we develop, which you have survived a lot of losses. At the end of the day, some of you had to let go of people you were really emotionally attached to. I'm seeing that with this Eight of Cups, turning your back towards people and relationships and circumstances which you were very emotionally attached with. So what that did was, you are today a person who is very, like, you have endured a lot and not just survived, you are thriving today. That is something that I can see in you. Queen of Cups, you are a person who is emotionally very mature, very stable, very capable. You are emotionally a person who knows exactly what needs to be done with their lives. I'm seeing, like, people talk about it, that this is a person who has survived so much. They have survived and are now thriving in their own lives. They are thriving. That's what people say about you. What I'm seeing is people also say that, like, they wish they could be like you. They wish they had the strength and courage to go through with all the things that you have been put through. Queen of Cups, you are a person, they really applaud how far you have come, how strong you have become. You're a very hardworking person. You have worked very, very hard to reach wherever you have. Even now, you are probably one of the hardest working people at home or at your workplace, and that is something that people talk about. That this is a person who is reaping the benefits of their hard work. People acknowledge, whether they like you or they dislike you, they acknowledge the fact that you have been a very hard working person. You have really created, you have been the architect of your own destiny. You have literally created your own destiny with your own two hands. You have literally crafted your own destiny with your own two hands. Seven of Wands, yeah, you are a person who is very courageous, very determined, courageous, full of life. You know what? You are one of those people who are very ethical, who is not scared to stand up if alone, if that's what it takes. Like, you can stand alone facing the wolves if that's what it takes to face. You have that courage. People talk about it, that this is a person who can face a lot of things, who have faced a lot of things, and they have the guts and courage to do so if the need arise. Trust in the unknown. You are a person who has a lot of faith and trust in the unknown, in the divinity. You are somebody who has surrendered themselves totally to the divinity. That's what people talk about. That this is a person who could go through and get through so much and come out on the other side. It's because of their trust and faith in divinity. Follow the voice of your soul. You are a person who has really followed the voice of their soul. You are a person who has literally, you know what? You have followed the voice of your soul. You are a person who knows, like, you speak your mind. You know what your mind, where your mind lies, and you're not scared to speak your mind. It's time to take action. Aries can be significant, Sagittarius can also be significant. I'm hearing, like, you know what? You are a person who is very action oriented, very driven, very focused. And yeah, people actually talk about that. You are literally in a go, go, go kind of an energy. Hold your vision. A lot of people will call you a visionary. You have a very, like, you have a very big vision for yourself, for others around you. What I'm seeing is people calling you a complete visionary. Lord, take charge with authority. I'm seeing like you are a person who has an authoritative position in life. I'm seeing you as a person who has a lot of power position. You are, people look up to you because of your position. A lot of you could be at a government job, at civil services, or at a higher position, or maybe a owner of a successful company, a successful person, and people look up to you. People talk about you, like how far you have come. Literally, you're a very disciplined and devoted and committed person. You're like a sage. In a lot of ways, you are like a sage. You live your life, like, apart from your work and home life. I'm seeing you are a pretty low profile maintenance kind of a person. You don't maintain a very high profile. That is another thing that people actually talk about. Trust your instincts. Yeah, people talk about how strong and true your instincts are. People talk about, like, how fiercely instinctive you are, how fiercely, like, you know, your instincts, your gut feelings, as I've already talked about, that thing is very prominent. If you feel a certain way about something or somebody, they usually tend to come true. You know, your presence is also pretty cathartic. A lot of you could be therapists and counselors and teachers and psychiatrists and spiritual teachers, like into some kind of astrology, to tarot, to vastu, to feng shui, anything, like anything, like something. You are like that ray of light in the sea of darkness. For a lot of you, you have a very cathartic presence, very, you have a very calming presence. You're like that white witch, and people really respond. Wow, wow, wow. Balance spirituality and practicality. Pisces full moon. Pisces can be significant for a lot of you, and this balance between spirituality and practicality, I'm seeing like people really respect the balance that you have between spirituality, pragmatism, and spirituality. You have that in you very naturally. You're both practical as well as spiritual. You're very wise. Grow within your current situation. You know, life has thrown a lot of lemons, and you have made continuously have learned to make lemonade, and you have enhanced the flavor. What do I mean by that? You have literally grown wiser and better. Instead of crying, cribbing, complaining, you stood up, you dusted yourself off, and tried to make something better out of it. Tiger, you're being called upon to provide leadership. So trust that you're capable of doing so. I'm seeing you, like, people talk about you as a leader. You have a lot of leadership qualities about you, which people really appreciate. People really respect about you, that this is a person who has a lot of natural leadership qualities about them. All right. Stay rooted and grounded. You are somebody who is extremely grounded, extremely focused, extremely, like, you are somebody who knows exactly where you were and where you are today. You are a very grounded, like, you are achieving higher milestones, but your foot is strongly rooted to the ground, if that makes sense. You're that kind of a person, and people really appreciate that. You are not like, your success has not gone into your head, if that makes sense. Gemini can be significant from some of you because communication is coming as a key. All right, so yes, I'm seeing especially your spiritual communications. When you try to deliver some spiritual messages, some enlightening messages, they are very well received. People really appreciate your motivating and spiritual and uplifting messages. People are very, very much motivated by them. Cat, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. You are a person who is like a self reliant cat. You are pretty emotionally pretty independent, not just financially. Financially, probably most of us are, but emotionally, you're pretty independent. You know, self reliance is the key for your survival. Sun, enjoy success and happiness. I'm seeing that you are like the sun. Like you are enjoying, I'm seeing you enjoying a lot of success in your life, a lot of happiness. And to be honest, to be like very truthful, people around you are also very happy for that. Show the world the real you. Yeah, I'm seeing that you guys are Aquarius, can be significant. You guys are literally, the world is today. There was a time this world was actually denigrating you. It's the same world who are celebrating you when you are showing them your true colors, how capable you are, what you can achieve. This same world is today appreciating you. Endings are inevitable. You know what? There was a time when you used to really grieve about your past, about the relationship that ended, but today you are thankful because you have realized that in order to progress in life, in order to get ahead, once you start growing, not everybody around you would grow accordingly, and that can lead to endings. And that's all right, because when one thing ends, it opens windows for other stuff as well. Thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. You are a person. The thorns typically tell me that you are a person who you literally when life has given you thorns, you have weaved together a crown out of it. Like you are like a person who can turn any adversity into opportunities. You have those capabilities in you. Be your own first priority. You have learned to prioritize your own self. You have learned that confidence, it comes with time and practice. You are a person who is extremely confident, very diligent, very determined, and is driven. You are a very confident person, but there was a time when you are like this girl, you know, suffering from imposter syndrome. But it came like the confidence that you have today, it's because of all the practice, all the self belief practices that you have put in. You can manifest your every wish. Yeah, people also talk about how good a manifester you are. You have manifested a whole brand new life for yourself. Don't doubt your worth. You're always enough. Exactly. You know what? What I'm seeing is from here to here, it has been a journey. From suffering from imposter syndrome, am I good enough? To yes, I am good enough. I am not gonna dim my own light in order to make others happy. That has been a journey, and people talk about it. How self assured you have become in the process. All right, Pile 2, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. Guys, if yes, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste.